Now, I want to explain and give you a full guide on how to properly lose weight because I know majority of you would have been searching your entire life, for you've been seeing many videos, reels on Instagram how to lose weight, multiple people telling you multiple different things. Now, I'm going to cover the most basic stuff that you need to know, the most basic stuff that you need to know that's actually going to work and get you results. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're again, with the mindset of let me see what the heck this guy says, is it something that I like? Am I going to hear something I like? And if you don't want to, if I say something that you don't like, you're going to click off the video. Um, Click off the video right now if that is your mindset, because I'm telling you right now what I am giving you in this video has the advice that I'm giving you in this video. It has not I'm not just read it off Instagram or read it off the internet. It's something that I have experienced. um, I have gone from being an extremely fat, chubby, overweight kid who's been bullied pretty much throughout my childhood for it. Not actually bullied, but teased around for it, because I don't think we're really in the generation of being bullied anymore, although some kids may still get bullied. But point is, it's caused me a lot of difficulty in the past, and I've come out of it. And I'm telling you every single thing that I have learned, that I have experienced in this video, that will genuinely, like, I promise you, guys, it's not even a case of 99% guarantee. Like, I 100% guarantee, if you stick through and follow whatever with everything I tell you in this video, it will work. It's not very complicated. It's a lot. It may sound like a lot what I'm about to say, but just stick through to the end of the video and just stop being a freaking clown. Listen to what I say. Do just follow it for the next couple of months. Yes, next couple of months. So this is another thing I want to make clear right now, is this is a lifetime process. Whatever you do right now, I'm trying to ingrain something into you for the rest of your life. It's not a case of let me do something for a couple of weeks and then I'll lose all the weight and I'll be fine. No, this is the mentality a lot of people have. Oh, I'll join the gym for a couple of months. I'll start losing weight. I'll be on a diet for a couple of months and I'll eat salad. I'll go on a keto diet for a couple of months. I'll lose all the weight, and they may lose the weight, but 1 week after they're done with the diet, they gain the weight back. And this is the case with most people. This is not about that. I'm going to give you a solution where you can lose the weight that you want in a sustainable way, but keep that throughout your life. You're not going to gain the weight back. You'll be able to maintain a good, healthy physique throughout your life. This is not a guide on how to gain a six pack with a bunch of muscles. None of that. Just lose weight, have a decent amount of muscle, be healthy, a good physique, a good lean physique, a good lean body. That is what this is about. Um, and again, stick through and understand, and just be willing to listen to what I say if you actually want results. Because even I used to do this in the past. Whenever I'm having a doubt over something, go click on a YouTube video. I wouldn't commit myself to the video. You have to commit yourself to the video if you want results. You may not even know me. I don't freaking care. What I'm gonna tell you is like genuinely valuable, so you just have to freaking trust me. Now, first of all, okay, before we get into the video, there is an entire LOOKSMAXING guide in the description. You can go and click on the link in the bio or the description. From your skin to your physique, literally even what I'm about to tell you right now and even more, there will be in the link how you can improve your skin, your hair, everything, how to maximize your looks. There's a full course there. Click on it. But now, first of all, I'm going to first cover the eating part of this, because the eating part of losing weight is like it's 85% of what's going to help you lose weight. It's even though the exercise and stuff is important, but if I had to pick between losing weight and exercising and eating as to what's going to be a lot more influential in you losing weight, it's 100% eating, no question about it. But I'll tell you what you need to do in order to train later. If you keep seeing me looking towards the side, it's because I have my laptop here full of the points that I need to tell you. Now, what most people do not get is calories is everything. You might have heard about calories here and then. You might have thought, it's just a bunch of stuff that people tell you to market stuff, scam you, whatever. I don't care what you think. You need to get that mindset out of your head, because even my family, even people that I know in the past, they not in the past, I currently do, they still think, oh, calories is fake, it's just a bunch of nonsense. Because again, they think about, okay, whatever we learned 35 years ago, that's right. You can think like that, but the world has evolved. Calories are basically the amount of energy you get from a certain food. I have water in this bottle. Water and salt is the only thing in the entire world, as far as I know, that you can actually eat that does not have any calories. You can freaking drink a whole load of this, it's going to do nothing for you but good. Don't drink a crazy amount of it to the point where you kill yourself. But yeah, calories. Calories is everything. So when it comes to losing, gaining, maintaining your weight. Now, when it comes, there's a lot of other things that genetics can influence. A lot of people, you have the excuse of, oh, because of my genetics, I'm fat. I eat very little, but I'm fat. You would have probably heard that. You might have even said that. Um, when it comes to things like hair fall, your skin, um, your allergies, certain health conditions that may you have. all that you may have, all these things can definitely have a genetic influence, from your parents, from your family. I 100% agree. And that's the same with your physique as well. But your genetics only play a role in how hungry you may be to eat food, or how lazy or how difficult it may be for you to do exercise. That is it. But it will never break the laws of thermodynamics, which is a fact, right? Calories are everything. If you eat a certain amount of calories, which is your maintenance calories, you're not going to gain weight, you're not going to lose weight, which I'll get to that. But point is, certain things are impossible in this world, and that's going to remain that way. There's not going to be a case where someone is eating salads the entire day, they're being super healthy, they're eating very little, and they're becoming fat. It is quite literally impossible. I don't care what you tell me, you're lying if you're saying that, because it's just not possible. If that is the case for you, where you're eating extremely healthy, you're not a bunch of oil, no nothing, you're eating extremely healthy, eating extremely little, and you are gaining weight by God knows how, then maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. All the doctors, scientists, all the freaking information that we know so far is wrong. You're special. Come on, don't believe that. It's probably wrong. But and as I get into the video, you kind of understand maybe why you may be wrong as well. Your genetics, again, will only influence how hungry you are, how good you may be at doing exercise. For example, a couple of people, they could be the exact same weight, look the exact same. One may be extremely good at running. The other guy may be freaking on 100 meters, and they may be really, struggling to catch their breath. That may be influence. Like genetics can have an influence on that. But when it comes to, there's no way two people, exact same weight, can eat a plate of rice or a plate of pizza, whatever, right? The exact same amount, everything. One guy gains weight, the other guy loses weight. That is freaking impossible. It's quite literally impossible. One guy may be feeling full on lesser food. The other guy may freaking eat the entire box of pizza and still feel hungry. That's the difference there. Not, you eat the exact same thing, but one guy gains weight, the other guy loses weight. That's not possible. Hope you understand. Now, when it comes to calories, you need to understand three things. First of all, maintenance calories. Now, maintenance calories is, it's basically a number, the amount of energy that you eat or get into your body per day that allows you to maintain your weight. So let's say you are 65 kilograms. Okay, you're getting 65 kilograms, 130 pounds, 135 pounds, or whatever, right? Let's say you're 65 kilograms now, and you eat 2,500 calories. That's your maintenance calories. Now, no matter what, every single day, if you eat on the dot 2,500 calories or around that amount, you are going to, for the most part, stay from 64 to 66 kilograms. Now, the reason I say this is because sometimes, you may catch less sleep, you may be sick, you may freaking, I don't know, you may be bloated, you may drink extra water, have more salt intake, all these things can impact you as well. But for the most part, you're going to be averaging from 64 to 66 kilograms if you're on average eating 2,500 calories. When it comes to a calorie deficit, which is eating lesser than your maintenance calories. So let's say if your maintenance calories is 2,500 and you eat 2,300, or basically anything significantly below that, from 100 to 200 calories and so on, you are going to lose weight over a period of time. Um, yeah. Now, when it comes to calorie surplus, it is opposite of calorie deficit, which is you eat more. So 2,500 calories of maintenance, you start eating 3,000 calories. Now, this is going to make you gain weight. And that's a 500 calorie surplus from 2,500 to 3,000. And that's a pretty significant surplus, which is going to allow you to gain weight. But the point is, there's a number of calories that you eat to help you maintain your weight. You eat more than that, you're going to, over a period of time, of course. Now, one day is not going to really impact you in any way. There have been days where I've eaten freaking 10,000 calories, and a couple days later I'm back to my normal weight. It's not about that. It's about what you do over a period of time. Anything in life, if you want significant results, maybe negative results, positive results, you have to do it over a period of time. It's not going to be a case, oh, I do it for one day and then everything. No. Yeah, you eat more than how much what's your maintenance calories, you'll gain weight. Lesser than that, you will lose weight. Simple. Understand those three things: maintenance calories, calorie deficit, calorie surplus. These three things you understand, and that's like the building block of what you're gonna freaking help you. What's gonna help you lose weight? Oh, okay. Sorry for that. But now, how do you actually find out how many calories you're eating? How do you find out your maintenance calories, basically? I'll get to that. Now, you can use two methods when it comes to finding out how many calories is your maintenance calories. One is you go on an online calculator. There's a bunch of different online calculators you can go. Basically, just type freaking online calorie calculator, and they'll ask you your age, your basic activity levels and all that, and they'll throw out a number, right? Now the problem with this is it can be inaccurate many times. It could be way off, it could be 100% accurate, but for the most part it's going to be quite inaccurate. What I do is, what I would recommend is to do the 10-day method. That's what I would call it. 10 days you eat, basically you track whatever you eat. Do not lie to yourself. If you want to eat a piece of cake, and you usually would, go ahead and eat that piece of cake, but before you eat that piece of cake, track it and see how many calories. I'll tell you how to eventually, how do you actually track your calories. It's quite simple, but I'll get into that as well. um, yeah, for 10 days, whatever you're eating, whatever you're drinking that has calories in it, track it on a food scale. Just track it and understand how many calories it is, and add everything up by the end of the day. And just keep that, keep that on your notepad or whatever. At the end of the 10-day mark, or end of the longer you kind of experiment this for, the better, the more of an accurate representation you're going to get of what's your actual maintenance calories. But for 10 days, 14 days, whatever, for around 2 weeks, do this, and then you basically take the amount of calories, divide it by 10 to 14 days, however long you do this for. Then you will find out your average, your maintenance calories, right? What you're basically eating on a daily basis. Now, you take the calories and you take calories away from that, you're going to lose weight. Add calories to that, you're going to maintain the weight. You're going to gain weight. Now, one thing I will say is this: there definitely takes quite a bit of time and experience, because as much as I'm telling you, it's going to take 10 to 14 days, you could even be wrong. I'm telling you right now, you could be wrong, because imagine your entire life you've been eating a certain way, and it's very difficult to judge how those 10 or 14 days may go. Suddenly, out of the blue, maybe you're sick, you fall sick, or something bad happens that spoils your mood, and you're not quite hungry, or you're more hungry and you freaking eat more for the sake of it. You start binge eating. These things can really throw you off. So I would recommend, the longer you can do this for, this bit of an experiment to find out how many what's your maintenance calories, the better. Like I said, it's not a case of, don't sit and think, oh, I need to get this done quickly. What's the fastest way possible? The fastest way possible is to freaking not eat anything, and then you 100% lose weight. But that's not realistic, right? I want to give you a solution that's going to last you a lifetime, not 2 weeks, not 2 months, not 6 months, not 2 years, a lifetime. What the knowledge that I'm going to give you, it's literally about the knowledge, not how to do this, how to do that. Even though I'm telling you how to do this, how to do that, it's literally just for you to get it in your head and use it for the rest of your life. That's literally it. Take some time. Okay, you can use it for 10, 14 days, but if possible, maybe stretch it for 18 days, 20 days. The longer you can kind of experiment with how much you're eating, the better. But then you find that out, you kind of do all the division, whatever, take out, add up all the freaking calories of all the days, divide it by how many days you've done it for, you get a number. Let's say that number is 2000. Now 2000, it's your maintenance calories, and let's say throughout those times, you've been weighing yourself on the scale as well, and you're kind of around 70 kilos. Let's say you're 70 kilos, 2000 calories. Now if you want to lose weight at a faster rate, basically you want to go from anywhere from 100 to 500 calories. Now obviously, the harsher the calorie drop or calorie gain is, the faster you're going to lose weight or gain weight. So let's say you go from 2000 calories to 1500 calories. That's obviously going to increase your weight loss rate. You're going to lose weight at a faster rate. But the problem with this is, it's probably going to leave you with a lot less food. You may be motivated for the first couple of days, and then you're going to really start to get those hunger. You're going to start getting hungry. You may even binge and then eat more than what you're supposed to eat for the entire day. Do not do that. This is the mistake. Keep that calorie deficit as long as you can, as less as possible. Keep it to even 100. You're going to 100% lose weight. You will lose weight. It's just a matter of it will take longer. I would rather have it take longer and you get to the results than you get to the results, you get halfway through the results and then you're like, oh man, I'm so hungry, and you go and eat a bunch of food, binge on your diet, and you're back to square one. Don't do that. Now, when it comes to gaining weight, the exact same thing. Increase your calories. But again, this video is not about gaining weight, it's about losing weight. But it's kind of simple. It's like, if you want to lose weight, eat lesser than your maintenance calories. Gain weight, eat more than that. Simple. It's literally as simple as that. It's literally a numbers game. It's just a fun game. Now, how do you actually track the food that you're eating? Invest in a food scale. Now, I'll tell you a little story. About the first year and a half of me entering my weight loss phase, I did not get a food scale for other reasons that I'm not going to talk about in this video, but I could not get a food scale, and that impacted me badly because I severely underate. I severely underestimated the amount of food that I'm eating. No, I overestimated the amount of food I'm eating. I severely underate, and yeah, I lost a bunch of weight. Unfortunately, that left me hungry. That left me with no muscle in certain areas, which was very, very depressing, very, very sad. And I thought I was doing the right thing. I basically starved myself. I mean, I used to think the amount of food I used to eat, that was quite sad. I'm glad I found my way out of it because that was not the right thing to do. Now, get yourself a food scale. It doesn't matter. It can be the freaking cheapest one. It does not matter. This is like the only thing you actually need to buy and spend money on in this entire process. But trust me, it's like worth it. Apart from all the freaking BS you buy, this is worth it. It's cheaper than most foods you're gonna buy anyway. So get this food scale, and it's as simple. You take a packet of freaking cereal, a box of cereal. 400 calories but divided by per 100 grams. Let's say it says on the back, right? 400, and it's usually in kcal, so it's like KCAL. That's how it shows. So 400 KCAL slash 100 grams. That's how it's going to show it. You take that, divide 400 by 100, and let's say you pour out 30 grams, right? You keep the bowl there, you add 30 grams in, 400 divided by 100, whatever the answer is, multiply it to 30. That is the amount of calories you're eating. That you basically do this for every single food that you eat throughout the day. Add it up at the end of the day, and make sure it's below your maintenance calories. And if you do that, you are going to lose weight over a period of time. Now, I know this may sound very strenuous and very frustrating to do every single day for every single meal, but I promise you it's just a case of you getting used to it. Anything new that you try, it's not actually hard, it's just that you're not used to it. If I'm going to record this video, is going to go on for 15, 25 to 30 minutes. If I ask someone else to come and record a YouTube video for 25 to 30 minutes, they're probably not going to find it as easy as I do. Again, why? Because I do this close to on a daily basis, but most people don't. I'm not telling you recording a video is the most difficult thing in this planet. It's definitely not. But you kind of get the point, right? When you're starting something new, it's going to be the most hardest. Then it's just a case of you becoming used to it, and that was the same for me. I became used to it a couple of weeks, and you're used to it. And another thing I will tell you is, even though you're getting used to it, this is all a case of you getting a good understanding of what you're actually putting in your body. The majority of the people I've seen when they struggle to lose weight, they'll tell me, or their basic excuse, even you might have heard it is, oh, I eat very less, but I'm still gaining weight. I'm just genetically not blessed. This is their excuse, which is absolutely 100. And there are people who say, oh, I eat so much and I don't gain weight. I don't get weight. That is also very, very false. It's not a case of you may be eating too many freaking potatoes. Eating too many freaking potatoes is not going to help you gain weight. If you eat too many chocolate bars, yeah, you may gain weight. If you add a freaking bunch of oil around your food, you may gain weight. You eat a freaking bunch of Nutella peanut butter, you may gain weight. You drink a bunch of sugary juices, you may freaking gain weight. If you eat a bunch of apples, a bunch of rice, a bunch of chicken, you're not gonna freaking gain weight. Same thing to people who tell me, or tell people who just yap about, well, I'm eating so less, but I'm not losing weight. Eating so less. And then you see their plate, it's just a little bit of a cupcake, just a little bit of a cupcake, a little piece of chocolate. Little do you know that little piece of chocolate has freaking 200 calories, that cupcake has 300 calories, boom, 500 calories. More than what most normal dishes are going to be. So this is the problem. When you don't know your calories, you don't have a good idea as to how much you're actually eating, and this whole process of tracking your calories is for you to get better at that. I don't track my calories anymore. I've been doing this since 2020, 2021. I have no need to do this anymore. I can see a dish, and for the most part I can kind of guess at the calories I'm at. I'm never going to eat to the point where I drastically lose weight or drastically gain weight. It's just I don't need that anymore unless I intentionally, like, okay, over a short period of time, let's say I'm traveling somewhere and I want to get leaner for that, or suddenly gain weight for something, then I may actually start tracking my food. I still have my weighing food scale with me, then I can do that. But otherwise, I am not going to be weighing my food. It's just a case of you getting that experience for you to see a dish and be like, oh, this might be around 600 calories. I can see a slice of cake. Um, and tell if it's 200 calories, 150 calories, 400 calories. I may still be off at times, but it's just a case of you, again, kind of getting a idea of it, right? Just like as a kid, you have no idea what the heck food is, how it works, but eventually you get to realize an apple is pretty good for you, a chocolate bar is pretty bad for you. You get to realize that, right? It's exact same thing, even though this may sound a bit more complicated. Again, you're not used to it, so it may sound complicated. Over a period of time, it will become quite simple. But you track your calories with the food scale. I know it sounds like a pain every single time before you put something in your mouth. You're like, oh, I gotta freaking weigh this again. And again, you get used to it. You have to put a bit of work, man. Come on, you have to. Even if your girl is gonna work for you, I'm sorry if I'm saying man. It's just I'm used to speaking that way. Uh, this will work for you, so obviously it requires some effort. You can't just sit there do nothing and then expect, well, I'm gonna lose a bunch of weight and gain six pack. You're not. You have to do something, right? This is not much work, man. Come on. Um, Now the problem is with certain foods, you will eventually start to find out that certain foods are very high in calories. Things like cereal. I don't need to freaking say it. Basically, every single junk food, extremely high The other thing is certainly a lot of healthy foods are very high in calories. Nuts are one of the highest calorie foods that you can possibly eat. I would, if you're actually trying to lose weight, put health stuff aside, I would recommend eating a chocolate bar ahead of nuts because that's how high in calories nuts actually are. And they're very easy to eat. I could be sitting eating this video. If I kept snacking, throughout the freaking video, I would be 2000 calories deep, more than what I need in a day. Okay, maybe around what I need in a day, all in a little bit of little snack for 30 minutes that I ate, and I'd be gaining weight if I consistently did this. So, nuts, peanut butter, certain fruits like grapes, mango, what else? Peanut butter. Did I say peanut butter? Milk. These things are extremely high in calories. Certain meats that you may consider healthy are actually very high in calories. Pumpkin seeds, oils, butters. I know you'll be, oh, this is so freaking healthy, right? Extremely freaking high in calories. And I don't care if you comment, there's people who tell me, oh, healthy, it's healthy. I don't care if it's healthy, man. If you want to lose weight, forget the health thing. You have to eat low calorie foods. I'm not telling you to, be extremely unhealthy about it, but you have to kind of break your mind apart from health and calories. It's two different things. And if you want to lose weight, prioritize the calorie part. With obviously if you want a low calorie healthy food, apples, bananas, fruits, a lot of things are there. Just don't go after nuts and be like, oh, I'm healthy about it. It's not helping you lose weight. In fact, it's really helping you gain weight eating nuts. But yeah, some foods are very high in calories. Now this is where low calorie foods will really come in. How do you low calories? Popcorn, for example. A lot of you may be snacking on chips. Take the freaking chips out, add popcorn in. You could probably eat two to three times the amount of popcorn for one serving of chips, and it would be the exact same calories. Sugar-free Jello. If you're eating jelly every time, the free ones filled with sugar, replace it with the sugar-free ones. It's going to be one-fourth of the calories, or even lesser than that. Meats, instead of really oil, high-fat meats, big stuff like chicken breast and chicken thighs, for example, extremely huge calorie difference. Per 100 grams of chicken breast is probably 110 to 120 calories. A chicken thigh may be 190 to 200 calories per 100 grams. Now, this may seem like, oh, it's just 80, 90 calorie difference. You do it over a period of time, you're eating 300, 400 grams of chicken, big difference. Now, again, everything I'm saying here, it's like if you eat one cheesecake in per month, it's not going to make a difference. But if you're eating it every single week, it is going to make a difference. Everything, again, you do it over a period of time, that's when it makes a difference. So, notice certain foods that are high in calories, keep that away, bring more low calorie foods into your life, and you will soon realize, you kind of get the hang of it as to what low calorie foods are. You'll discover things like protein bars, you'll discover things like protein shakes, you'll discover things like, sugar free diet soda. I have some of that stuff every single day. Oil sprays, I literally just mentioned it here, I just saw it here. A lot of you are, you cooking with oils and butters and stuff. Why not just use an oil spray? It's literally a spray with oil. So you kind of spray it for like 1 second. That's 10-20 calories instead of pouring oil all over for absolutely no reason. It's not going to give you more flavor, man. You just need a freaking non-stick spray. Just freaking spray it for a couple seconds. 10-20 calories versus instead of you just pouring the oils and the butters, that's hundreds and 200 calories. Just easy, just, you know, push to the sides. You don't need that. Easy way. Just do that itself and you lose weight. Another word I completely forgot is sugar. Sugar replacing with sugar. Sugar replacing it with sweeteners, sugar-free sweeteners. A lot of you may say it's chemicals and stuff. You can either choose to eat the chemicals once in a while, or you can choose to remain fat for the rest of your life. That is all I'm going to tell you. They're not giving you cancer. None of you are consuming enough to get cancer. I'll give you a basic idea, right? You have to have anywhere from 30 to 35 cans of diet soda every single day. That, by for your information, has sweeteners in it. Every single day for a significant amount of time for you to have any chance of it negatively impacting your health. If you're consuming 30 to 35 cans of it, then yeah, you may need to be concerned about it. But otherwise, Just be realistic. People will tell me about, oh, this causes cancer, you should be careful. And they're drinking alcohol, uh, they're eating all the freaking crap foods in the world. I don't even want to talk about it. So if you're coming in, after me about, don't come in the comments and be like, oh, it's chemicals. Do what you want. Yeah. And the other thing is, over time you'll notice that it's literally like a game that you play. I remember there used to be a phase where over the last few years, until I stopped tracking calories, it was literally like a game that I would play. Let's say I had 2,500 calories to eat for the day, and I was about to eat something, and this was extremely high calorie, but I wanted something else that I know I'm going to have later in the day. I would push this off or have something else that's low in calories to accommodate for that. It's literally like a fun game you play. I know some people will come and tell you, oh, this is just over obsessing over the numbers and the calories and eating, tracking everything you're eating. One thing I'll tell you is look at them, and if they don't have the physique that you kind of aspire to have, that should give you an answer on if you should or should not listen to them. And probably most of them have the physique of completely opposite to what you want to have. So there's your answer. There's some people may speak like they know everything. The fact is they don't know anything, and they just want to yap about it. They just want to pretend they know everything, whereas they just don't really know anything. This is the case with most people. I'm not going to say anything else. But yeah. Now, when it comes to protein, you want to make sure you want to eat at least a gram of protein per pound of body weight. So let's say you're 130 pounds. Eat at least 130 grams of protein, or even 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. But just to keep it simple, gram of protein per pound of body weight. I'm around 145. What am I? Yeah, around 140, 145 pounds. That's kind of the amount of protein that I need per day. As simple as that. Now, this is crucial if you want to build muscle or keep the muscle that you do have, because if you don't eat protein, you're going to very likely lose the muscle that you have. Or if you train, you're not going to build muscle if you don't eat enough protein. Yeah, now again, I'll remind you one more thing. This is a lifestyle, not a 2 week process. Every single thing that I've said here, it's a lifestyle thing, a thing that you kind of have to incorporate into your life for the rest of your life. Not, I do it for 2 weeks and then I'm done, I'll lose weight and then I'll magically be free for the rest of my life. No, it's just a healthy way of looking at things for the rest of your life. Don't do it for 2 weeks and then stop. Please, it's not. Yeah. Now, when it comes to the training aspect of things for basically cardio, now I would recommend keeping things very simple. A lot of people will tell you things like swimming, doing the elliptical machine, doing a bunch of cycling, doing a bunch of running. All this is going to help you burn more calories and lose weight faster, which is there's no doubt about it. 100% it will. But let's be realistic. If I had to tell you, run for 30 minutes every single day, are you going to do it? You're probably not going to do it. You may do it for the first week because you're super freaking motivated, and after that, you're going to stop. This is where walking becomes very important and becomes extremely effective. Um, I have been doing, I've cycled, I have freaking ran, I've experimented with walking, every single thing since I started losing weight. And hands down, the most simplest thing I can do is walking. Now, it doesn't say that I can't run, I can't swim, I can't, what's other stuff? Yeah, whatever, right? It's not to say that I can't do that, but the point is you want something that you can do every day and you enjoy doing. I enjoy putting my headphones on, being on the treadmill or being outside walking every single day as my form of cardio. And you want to find something again that's sustainable for the rest of your life. Please take up walking. In all honesty, I can tell you that whatever cardio you're going to do more than what you already are doing, which you may have there's a very good chance that you're probably doing no cardio at all. And anything more than that, even 10 minutes more per day, is going to make an extreme difference. It's definitely going to help. But if I had to be exact, start walking at whatever speed you want for 30 minutes every single day, or 4 to 5 times. And again, it's just a matter of doing more than you currently are. Stick to 4 times a week, 5 times a week, whatever. It's going to make a world of a difference. Again, the motivational videos will come up of David Goggins, running in the rain and stuff, and you may listen to that with the cool music or as a background and think, oh, this is super cool, I want to do it as well. Do it, and then you'll find out you actually kind of don't like it. So find something that's sustainable. Again, if you love running, go ahead. I'm not telling you running is bad, I'm not telling you swimming is bad, I'm not telling you any of this is bad. I'm just telling you that walking is going to be a lot easier and a lot more and a lot less fatiguing, and it's going to take a lot less out of you to do than running and the other stuff. If I had to tell someone, wake them up at freaking 4 in the morning, do you want to run for 30 minutes or walk for 30 minutes? They're probably going to pick walking most of the time. That's why I'm saying this. It's not going to make you any less disciplined if you walk. Even I used to think that, for example, oh come on man, I'm a guy, I need to freaking run, I'm masculine. No, at the end of the day, you have a goal. It doesn't matter how you reach it, you just have to reach it, right? Simple as that. So start walking for 30 minutes every single day, or four times a week, 5 times a week. As long as you're doing that, you're good. Pair this with a calorie deficit and you will lose weight at an extremely quick rate. When it comes to weightlifting, again, I have a full guide on it. You can literally go and check one of my previous videos. If I remember, I will leave the link to it in the description. If I don't, just scroll a couple of videos back on my channel and you'll find it. But a literal full guide is there on weightlifting. But if I had to keep it as simple as possible, give you the basics. Train to 4 to 5 times a week and make sure you're training each body part twice a week. So let's say it's the shoulders, train it twice a week. Your neck, train it twice a week. Your arms, train it twice a week. Your forearms, whatever, train it twice a week. Legs, twice a week. Simple as that. Do it over a period of time and making sure you're getting your protein, being in a calorie deficit, a slight calorie deficit, of course. Weightlifting, you do your cardio over a period of time, keep it as simple as possible, and you will 100% lose weight, gain muscle. Again, I know this video is not about gaining muscle, I just gave you a little bit of a brief on how to build muscle as well. If you want the full information about it, click on the link in the description. Two links are there. My full LOOKSMAXING guide, it will be there, and on my previous video as well. If I remember to put my previous video there, if I don't remember to put my previous video there, just scroll a couple videos back on my channel. You'll find the looks full guide on building muscle. Damn, I'm speaking too freaking fast. But yeah, now I'm not going to give you an exact routine on do this exactly this many times a week, do this on Monday, do this on Wednesday. It's not about that. I have given you the basics, the knowledge that you need, how to eat, how to track your calories, what kind of foods you need to eat, low calorie, high calorie foods, the difference between maintenance calories, calorie deficit, calorie surplus, the amount of protein you need to eat, the kind of cardio that you need to do. This is all, again, knowledge that I'm passing on to you, and you create the routine however you want. You want to weightlift on Monday and Tuesday and do your cardio only on the weekend? Go ahead, do it. You want to weightlift and do cardio every single day? Do it. You want to weightlift and do cardio 5 times a week and have the 2 days to completely rest? Do it. It's completely up to you. As long as you just incorporate this bit of information that I've given to you, utilize it in the most maximizing way for you, most effective way for you, most easy way for you. That's all it takes. Again, I don't care about, forget people are telling you to be motivation. People will give you a lot of motivation. You can run at 4 a.m. in the rain. It's not about this nonsense. Even I used to believe this nonsense. I used to have a period where I would wake up at 4:30, go outside, do my cardio. For what reason? Absolutely nothing. I had plenty of time in the day, and yet I would do that because I thought I was being David Goggins, I was being disciplined, I had to be a man. You can be a bad man, but it has nothing to do with, waking up early in the morning, running in the rain. Some people are just, their minds are freaking screwed up in that way. It's all a case of having that goal, being smart about it, and getting to that goal. It's not about who's the most hardworking. Just be smart about it, utilize that knowledge, and get there. There are hundreds of people right now working extremely hard, trying their absolute best 24/7, starving themselves to lose weight. They're not able to because they don't have the proper knowledge. If you don't have the proper knowledge, whatever work you do, it's absolutely BS. So yeah. Again, click on the link in the description to my full LOOKSMAXING guide. It'll teach you everything. Again, if you have skin problems, hair problems, everything, it's there to sort it out. I am done. Hopefully you lose weight. Hopefully you get your goals that you want to get to. Good freaking luck.